So I'm on the road pretty close to the time I like to be. Left the house at 7:03. So that's pretty decent. These last couple days, the overnight temperature's gotten down to like the 50s, and then the daytime is still like in the mid 70s to very low 80s. So that leads to my window, my windshield and my rear window being, I'm not going to say foggy, but they have, I mean, it's like the dew. They're covered in the dew. So I have to run my windshield wipers on the front window and turn the defrost on the back in order to make it go away reasonably quickly. Man, I cannot talk this morning. This is not going to be good. But the downside is on the windshield. Every morning I'm driving east in the morning and west in the afternoon. So I'm driving into the sun constantly. I know I've mentioned that before, but the other downside of that is there's still moisture on my windshield, whether I've washed it with or wiped it off or not, and so the sun just hits that and is blaring. It's just right there. So it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. Now, what you're asking yourself is, why don't you just put on sunglasses? I could. I have a pair right there in the little sunglass holder. But they're not prescription, and so I can't see very far, very clearly with them on, and that doesn't make for the most safe driving conditions. Safest driving conditions. Wow, my brain is just not keeping up. Anyway, that's the downside to perfect weather, which it has been. The car reads 57 right now, 57 degrees, and the highest temperatures have been, like I said, like 77, 78 degrees, which is perfect in my opinion. I could do with a little more cloud cover and or breeze, but you know, it's about as close to prime conditions that I can get for me. I usually eat a banana for breakfast in the car on the way to school, but we were down to 2 bananas. I know Ellie will probably have a half of one for breakfast, and my mother-in-law will probably have one in her, I'm going to call it a protein shake. I don't think it's actually a protein shake, but so I didn't want to leave just one, so they would both be able to have breakfast. So I got an apple this morning, so I'll be enjoying that here in just a couple minutes. I try to have something. I've noticed in the past probably 4 or 5 months that my body is not as adaptable as it used to be. When I was in high school and college, I could get away with not eating breakfast and not feel a thing and be totally fine. But recently, I've noticed that like if I don't have something in me, then my body starts to let me know about 2 or 3 hours into the day that that was a mistake. So, if you're wondering what this little blue circle is, you may have seen it before, you may not, but it's the the anti-theft sticker on my window. It's not some weird lighting situation. I just noticed it myself because it's so bright back there and the blue stands out. I didn't just notice it like forever, like I knew it was there, but like in the video I'm looking and I see that it exists, which makes me think that my camera is still not quite set up how I want it to be. You're seeing more of the window than usual. Oh well, different view. Don't complain. I watched a video last night on how to make art out of scrap wood. And by what I mean by that is wood that I guess lumberyards or dealers would usually just throw away because it's not a whole piece. David Picciuto is one of the guys that I like to watch on YouTube. He does a ton of great projects. He's very, very talented, and he's hilarious, and I learn a lot from him and his craft. So if you get a chance, check him out. It's on Make Something on YouTube is his channel name. But he took a piece of knotted walnut, meaning there was a big old hole taken out of it because that's where there was a knot in the tree, so the bark or the trunk and the bark grew around it, so there's a big gaping hole. So he took one piece that was an inch thick and sliced it into 4 other pieces. Let's see if I can get a better light in there. So that he had 4 very similar knotted pieces, and then he mounted them in a frame that he created, and then put some paint swatches, the little samples that you get from the paint department at Lowe's or Home Depot or Menards. He put those behind the knots, and it gave it some color. And what's great about that is he got a couple different sets of the paint samples, so he can switch them out seasonally or decoratively or whatever it was going to be. But it turned out really cool, so it kind of got my head rolling for Christmas gifts this year, about some different things that I could do with essentially some scrap wood that I have lying around. So that'll be fun to try out. But first on the list of projects is getting whatever's going on with my front wheels in the car taken care of. I'm gonna get under their car on Saturday and check that out. I talked a little bit about that yesterday. And then I have some shelves that I need to make for Mary Jane. She has a vanity set up in the bedroom that needs some shelves. So I gotta get those put together because I've been saying I'm gonna do it for a while. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for the morning. I have my apple to enjoy, and I'm just gonna cruise on to school and get ready for the day. See you this afternoon.